Buenos dias from Bethnal Green. This is the Rorschach Spain update from the 18th of July, 2024. Quick summary of what's going down in Spain. Start with sports this week. As you know, unless you have been in solitary lockdown under a rock, the Spanish national football team has won the 2024 European Football Championship. Spain celebrated their fourth European Championship in Germany on Sunday the 13th. With a convincing display against England, game ended 2-1 Spain. On the pitch, the celebration began modestly with tears, hugs, and photos, but the players soon escalated their excitement with singing, dancing, emotional moments with family. Few comments about Gibraltar to the English. Young star Lamine Yamal let loose in the dressing room as he became the youngest winner of a European Championship ever at just 17 years old. Player celebrations matched those people across Spain and Germany, where thousands of Spanish fans supported their team throughout the tournament. In politics, Vox, Spain's far right-wing, fascist-adjacent, Trump-mirroring party, has terminated coalition agreements with the center-right Popular Party, or PP, in 5 regions across Spain. Disagreement has been over a dispute about unaccompanied migrant minors. Santiago Abascal, leader of Vox, announced the breakup after the PP supported the government's plan to take in hundreds of migrant minors. The affected regions are Castilla y León, Aragón, Comunidad Valenciana, Extremadura, and Murcia, where Vox holds 12 regional ministries. While PP says that regional stability remains, early elections might be called. The government's proposal aims to ease migratory pressure on the Canary Islands, with 374 minors temporarily relocated. So we're not talking giant numbers here. This decision has highlighted the growing rift between Vox's hardline stance and PP's more centrist approach. Also, PP's interest in solving real problems and Vox's interest in taking a stand on pointless divisive culture wars, which is pretty much what they're all about. Elsewhere in politics, Pedro Sánchez, the president of Spain, has faced strong opposition in Congress over his regeneration plan, which primarily targets media regulations mandated by the EU. On Wednesday, the 17th, Sánchez outlined his regeneration plan, which he had promised to do 3 months ago. His plan focused on implementing EU-mandated media regulations to promote transparency. Key measures include requiring media outlets to disclose ownership details and ensuring clarity in public spending on state advertising. The president aimed to gain support from his coalition partners and major political rivals, the Partido Popular, or PP, and Vox. However, Alberto Núñez Feijóo, leader of PP, criticized the plan as an attack on press freedom and accused Sánchez of imposing a pseudo-democracy. The session ended with Sánchez committing to negotiating the plan's details despite fierce criticism from both PP and Vox. Spain is undertaking its largest ever overseas police deployment for the Paris Olympics between the 26th of July and 11th of August, involving over 300 national police officers, civil guards, and soldiers. Eduardo Gutiérrez, Spanish National Police Chief of Operations, will coordinate this unprecedented logistical operation. The operation will address terrorism and public safety concerns, deploying specialists in crowd control, explosive detection, and intelligence. Spain responded swiftly to France's request for ground assistance, and Spanish officers will patrol key locations, including airports and stadiums, enhancing security during the games. In Madrid, vocational training teachers are protesting against an allegedly unfair exam hiring scoring system, which could cost them their jobs. Teachers whose role would have previously been categorized as technical are now being reclassified as secondary, which they argue devalues their experience and qualifications as highly skilled teachers. This system has halved the points for their professional experience if they have involuntarily changed teaching groups, and is set to affect 840 teachers, putting many at risk of being unemployed. While other regions have resolved this issue, Madrid's strict interpretation of the law persists. The union, Comisiones Obreras, is protesting and pursuing legal action to correct the scaling. In Catalan news, the local government of Catalonia has secured a 490 million euro loan, just over $600 million from the European Investment Bank, or IEB, to construct over 4,000 affordable and energy-efficient public rental apartments across the region. The EU funding was secured last month, but was officially given the go-ahead on Monday the 15th. The region's capital, Barcelona, is already developing 31 projects totaling over 2,000 apartments, primarily financed by previous IEB loans. First project will be built with the new loan, aimed to be completed by 2028. The initiative seeks to address the shortage of affordable housing and reduce consumer expenses. Nadia Calviño, the president of the IEB, emphasized the importance of sustainable and affordable housing. Still on Catalunya, the Costa Brava will face the height of summer without most of the 12 portable desalination plants that had been promised by the government. Girona Provincial Council has received only 2 of the 4 plants for the town of Roses, while the remaining plants for the town of Empúria Brava were delayed until 2025. High demand for desalination plants and bureaucratic delays have compounded the drought problem in Catalunya. Without serious rainfall, tourism and water restrictions remain. The regional government says it has stepped up its efforts to deliver the missing desalination plants. On Saturday the 13th, Jordi Hereu, Spain's tourism minister, criticized protesters who shot Barcelona's tourists with water guns, emphasizing this does not reflect Spain's hospitality. The incident, involving 3,000 demonstrators, a microscopic minority of whom had actual water pistols, was captured on video and went all over the world. Jordi Hereu, who was also formerly the mayor of Barcelona, condemned the actions but noted that the international media had exaggerated the event, which they definitely did. In art news, Antonio Banderas, the world-renowned Spanish actor and filmmaker, has launched a multi-purpose space in Malaga dedicated to performing arts production and training. Sorlin, the Banderas Art Center, is a joint venture between him and Santiago Sanchez, a businessman and friend. Banderas and Sanchez converted an 8,000 square meter industrial building into a hub for theater, circus, music, and more. The Sorlin Art Center features training rooms, residential facilities, and a 2,500 square meter open space for rehearsals and performances. It can accommodate an audience of 1,000 people. Next up, almost a month and a half after the Taylor Swift concerts in Madrid, El País, the Spanish media outlet, has reflected and analyzed the superstar's effects on the city. Taylor Swift concerts in Madrid on the 29th and 30th of May transformed the city's economy, significantly increasing visitors around Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Tourism numbers surged by up to 50%, with 230,000 unique visitors recorded over the 2 days. The concert had a massive economic impact, generating an estimated 110 million euros, or around 120 million US dollars. This event highlighted Swift's broad appeal and the extensive lengths her fans will go to see her perform. Over to Valencia, where festivals are thriving post-pandemic. Festivals including Arenal Sound and FIB Benicassim have defied recession fears with strong ticket sales and enthusiastic crowds. FIB Benicassim kicked off on Wednesday the 17th and will last 2 days, while Arenal Sound is set to take place between the 30th of July and the 4th of August. Both festivals have nearly sold out, driven by popular acts like Aitana, Black Eyed Peas, and Louis Tomlinson. Despite concerns of an oversaturated market and with most people still feeling the effects of the 2020 pandemic, local festivals in Valencia continue to flourish, unlike in other European regions. The World of Art, the Picasso Museum in Malaga, is showcasing a new exhibition called Maria Blanchard, a painter in spite of Cubism. The exhibition, curated by José Leroy Stals, will run from the 30th of April to the 29th of September. It highlights the Spanish artist Maria Blanchard and her significant yet often overlooked contribution to Cubism. Blanchard's work focused on the emotional struggles of European women in the early 1900s. Despite her talent, she faced sexism and bias in the art world, which Stals aims to address through this exhibition. Spain's rural areas, such as La Rioja, are beginning to offer authentic agritourism experiences, showcasing the country's traditional lifestyle and sustainable practices. Visitors can stay at family-run farms like Las Lucias to engage in farming activities, including milking goats and making cheese. Rural farms in Extremadura host Spain's famous Black Iberian pigs, known for producing prized ham. Truly unique experience for visitors to the region. In Valencia, visitors can explore orange orchards, while Asturias offers a taste of its renowned cider culture. La Rioja stands out with its wineries offering hands-on winemaking experiences. Agritourism in Spain not only highlights the country's agricultural heritage, but also provides immersive and educational experiences for visitors. Taste of the real Spain if you want it. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. We want you to love these updates even more than you already do. We prepared a very quick survey that will take you just minutes to fill out. Link in the show notes. We know what you're saying. Dude, I'm driving, or I'm cooking and my hands are covered in food goo. Promise it will only take a few minutes. We would really, really appreciate it. Feedback helps us to keep these updates coming your way and keep them good. Hope to hear from you soon. Hasta la próxima.